Well, hello everybody. I am excited to be here Friday night. It's just 7 o'clock, and I do want us to get started. I'm going to do a little introduction. I'm going to tell you what we're talking about tonight, and we're going to get into our lesson tonight. So it's Friday Night Glam. It's a half an hour. No games, no tricks, no fun. Well, hope there's going to be fun. But we're going to continue on. Now, last week we talked about eye shapes and we talked about how to put makeup on a basic eye. So today I'm going to go a little further. We're going to talk about the hooded eye and the droopy eye. And if we have time, we'll go over another one as well. So remember, I've got some comments. I can see some comments on the screen, but I don't have my glasses on. I have contacts in. They're not the best. And so I'm going to do my best to read what you have because my moderator is not on tonight. I give her Friday night off. So tonight it's all about glam and we're going to continue. So let me remind you, last week we talked about eye shapes and we said we have the basic eye shape, the hooded eye, and also it's called the no eyelid or one lid eye. We have a droopy eye, we have a prominent eye, we have a close set eye, we have a wide set eye, we have a deep set eye. That's seven of them that we're going to talk about, the shapes. And a lot of people have a hooded eye. They can be born with, or it happens during lifetime. So tonight we're going to talk about the hooded eye. Now, last week I did tell you about using light and dark. Remember, dark creates shadows and light brings things forward. And I also told you about using a lot of light on the eyelid to bring it forward. And I also told you don't use a lot of shimmer, shimmer, shimmer if you're going to be on stage singing without professional photography. Now, I don't have professional photography. I do have a better camera than I had on Wednesday night. That was pathetic, but I've got my better camera back. But I do want to let you know that I have got some shimmer shadow here. And I want you to see when the light hits it, how it looks. So sometimes if you're standing on stage and you've got the light hitting it the wrong way, that's what you're going to see. Now, when you look at me like this, it's okay. Or when you look at me in the regular light, it's okay. But what I want to tell you is you have to look at where you're going before you decide how much shimmer you're going to put on, because this is a great highlighting color. But as soon as the light catches it, it really reflects the shimmer. Do you see what I'm saying? But if I look straight on and I'm normal and it's okay on the eye, it's on the inside of the eyes. You just want to be careful of too much shimmer when the light is going to catch you. I do like it. I will do it during the day. I'll do it a lot during the day. I'll do it if I know I'm not going to be on camera. Last week I was on camera like this and I didn't use a shimmer shadow. On Wednesday I didn't use a shimmer shadow. Thank goodness, because I was so washed out anyway. I'd have looked like a clown. I don't know what I would look like. But tonight, I just wanted to show you the difference. You see the light, because my hair is deflecting the light isn't catching it. But when I move my hair, you can see the shimmer shadow and you can see the shimmer shadow. And I want you to see what happens if you're on stage or in a picture and it's not professional photography, what can happen. So I did that on purpose for you. But when you look at me in regular light and there's no flashlight in my face, because I do have a ring light in my face right now, when you look at it, it looks good because it's giving you a sparkle. It's giving you a little shimmer shimmer on the eyelid. So we're going to continue. Again, we're going to talk about prepping the eyelid. So, and that's really important. The first thing we want to talk about, we talked about last week, is our eye primer. And this is an eye primer to keep your shadow in place. I'm going to show you. I put a little bit on my hand. It's just a little white cream. Ideally, you want to use this brush to work it in. I want to work it in with this brush, which is your cream color brush. And you can see it a little bit because the camera's got it. I want to show you something and why you want to use it. I'm going to take an eye color and I'm going to show you how it stays on versus how it doesn't stay on with the other one. I mean, it stays on, but this is better. So this is a brown eyeshadow, and I'm going to put it here. One swipe, no trick. Two swipes. I'm going to take the same sponge tip on the other side, the same shadow on the other side, for a little bit more, and I'm going to put it here where there is no eye primer. Okay, do you see the difference? Do you see how it stays on? It goes on much, much brighter, and it's going to stay on more. And I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to let that kind of just blend in a bit. Now I'm going to wipe, and you're going to see how much better it stayed on with the eye primer. This is no eye primer, and this is eye primer. So eye primer, no eye primer. And this one will stay on much better. Now, the other thing you want to do to really, if you're using your eye primer, which I do every single day, you also can use on top of your eye primer. I'm going to do that again and show you. You can use a little concealer. If your eyelids are a different color to your face, some people have dark eyelids. If they're a different color, you want to go ahead and use both. So this is my eye primer. I'm just using my finger this time. And this is a little concealer in your, actually this is under eye primer. I meant to use my concealer in my color. I'm going to go ahead and do that. You want to use the concealer in your shade. Okay. And you want to blend it in. Again, you're going to use your brush, the all over cream color brush. I'm just going to blend it with my finger because I want to show you. Once it's blended in, it's going to be dry. It looks very much more on the camera, like everything, every color comes up on the camera. So now I've got on my eye primer and a concealer on this area here. Okay, now I'm going to take the same color and I'm going to, put it on this area. To see how it comes, it really comes on deep, and it'll stay on. It'll stay on much. Well, this is the one with just the eye primer. This is the one with the eye primer and concealer, and this is just nothing, just my skin. So we're going to try and wipe it off a bit too. And as you can see, it doesn't go anywhere. So the ideal way to prep your eyes for makeup, for eye makeup, if you want it to stay on all day, is first of all eye primer, and second of all concealer. Now, if you have to choose between one, I would just do the eye primer. If you're in a hurry to get to work in the morning, but so many people are working from home anyway, if you're in a hurry in the morning, you're just going to use your eye primer. There are times you could just use concealer, but honestly, the eye primer is that's it's designed for. Okay, so now let's talk about the eye shapes. So hooded eyes in a lot of people are also in the droopy eye area, similar to droopy eye. So hooded eye is when your eyelid, let's see if I can frown and come down. When your eyelid comes down and covers, this part of your eye comes down and covers your eyelid. We don't like to have that happen. The droopy eye is when your eye naturally turns down. Now, I do have droopy eyes, but because of makeup, hopefully you don't notice the droopy eyes. So I want to show you how we're going to do that. Before I do that, I also want to share with you, you can use one color look, a two color look, a three color look, or a four color look. I actually have 4 colors on tonight. So just to let you know that I have 4 colors on tonight, but I could do the same thing with a 3 color look. But if you want to do a simple, there's 4 ways to wear eye color. So the first one, I want to show you some pictures. I'm going to get my camera. The first one is to use a single color. And you don't want to use a very dark color. Depending on your eye shape, if you have hooded eyes, you can do this. If you have prominent eyes, you need to do this. If you have deep set eyes, you don't want to use a dark color. You can do it, but not with a dark color. So what you would do is you would take one shade and you'd put it just all over the lid. That is a basic one color eye color. So if you're going to be running out supermarket or somewhere really quick, you can use the all over eyeshadow brush, which is this one, and you can take one color and you can put it all over from the eyelash to just above your natural crease. Okay, so that's a one color look. If you want a two color look, you're going to take a neutral shade. Now this one color look can be any color. You can do a darker color or a neutral color, but with a two color look, you want to go with a neutral color. The blue here, the picture of the blue, it's just a picture. It's not blue color. Picture of the blue here is your neutral color. And then the yellowish color, the lighter color, is the highlighted color. That's your second color. So you get your color all over your lid. And then you take your second color and you bring it from the outside. You put it about halfway here. And then you blend so there are no seams. So what you would do is you could use a shimmery eye color as the base, like I have, to lighten the lid. And then you could use a darker color, maybe more matte on the outside, and blend those in. That's a simple two color look. Okay. To make your eyes look brighter, you want to make the lid lighter, except if you have prominent lids. So if you have a prominent lid, this is not for you. I'm just letting you know. There's another way you can use two simple colors. And again, I'm giving you a two simple color look. You can use your neutral color all over the lid. And then you can take a second color and use it more like a liner. So you take a one color all over. You take, and then you'd use your all over brush. Then you'd use your smudger brush, which would be this one, your smudger brush. It's this great brush. And then you would take the color and you'd go on your eyeliner. And then, of course, you want to bring it underneath too. So it's just your color like an eyeliner. These are all what I wanted to show you as quick out the door, quick out the door looks. So again, you're on the eyeliner, apply a neutral eye color. Then using the Mary Kay eyebrow eyeliner brush, which is the pointed one, you can use it as a liner, or you can use your eye smudger brush and make it a thicker liner. So, and you always want to do underneath as well. And then the last way of using a single color look would be this. And this would be using a darker color. This would be like your smoky eye. So you're going to use a darker color. You're going to put it all over the lid, and you're going to bring it underneath the lid as well, under the eye. And this would be a darker color. It doesn't have to be black. Remember, smoky eye doesn't have to be black. It can be a darker brown. It can be a black. In fact, we have so many shades. You just probably don't want to use too much in the shimmer. I have my eyeshadows set up. See my ring light? I can tell you that's why it's catching me. I have my eye palette. This is my personal eye palette set up with the lighter colors to the darker colors and then accent colors that we talked about. So that's my palette. So you want to do something, a one color as the smoky eye. And I'm going to teach you about a smoky eye too, and who can and cannot use the smoky eye. Pretty much everybody can use the smoky eye except deep set eyes. They have to be, you can, but you have to do it in a specific way. So tonight we're going to talk about a hooded eye. So I'm going to show you a picture of a hooded eye. That would be an eye where, as I said, this part of the eye area covers the eyelid. So we're going to really, now this is an extreme hooded eye. So we're going to also talk about, this could be a hooded eye also. Where we can do some other ways. You see this one here, this picture here, gives you more of an eye shape, which is more of a not so hooded eye, but it's a hooded eye. So what we're going to do when you have a hooded eye is you want to start, of course, once you prepped your eyelid, you want to start with your eye crease brush, which is this brush. Eye crease brush, this brush. It's got an angle to it, but you always want to use this brush. Now, again, like I said last week, you're going to look straight into the camera, into the mirror, straight into your mirror. You're not going to raise your legs. You're not going to squeezy. You're going to look straight. You're going to take your color and you're going to look straight. And you're going to put the color so that you can see it when your eyes are open. To see how I can see my color when my eyes are open. Then you're going to place it there. And then that's the only color you're going to have right now. And it's going to look very boom, like all out there. But then now when you've got it, you're going to close your eye and then you're going to blend it here. Okay? Now you've got the placement for your hooded eye so that people can see the color. So you're going to look straight on. You're going to place that first. You're going to come back and do it again, but that's your placement. Now you want to take your all over eye brush. Let's see, which one is it? It is this one, the all over eye color brush. You're going to take your lighter shade. You want to get a somewhat of a shimmer shade when you've got a hooded eye, and you want to go ahead and put a little shimmer shade here and on the inside, just on the inside here. This is where your light colors are going to be here. Remember, a little shimmer opens up your eye, and if you can get the shimmer right above your eye, your iris right here, it makes everything look brighter. So you're going to get your little shimmer shade here. Remember, you've not got a lot here right now. So you've got your contour shade and you've got your little light shade here going into the corner. And that's where you're going to stop for right now. Now you want to take a clean brush. So I recommend 2 of these. And then you're going to blend so there's no seams. Now you're going to take your smudger brush, which is this roundy, pointy brush. And now you're going to take your contour color or your darker color or your accent color. If you've got a hooded eye, I would go ahead and suggest a deeper contour color. Remember this one, that to get the shape of your eye is your mid-tone color, and it's going to be closer to your skin. So it's shaping the eye. Now this is your contour color. The contour color is deeper, and you do want to make it a neutral. The mid-tone color is always a matte. The shimmer one is a little brightening, but the contour color now needs to be deeper. And it could be a slight shimmer or it can be a matte, but a matte is always good. And now you want to take your contour color and you want to really use this same placement, but you're going to go under the placement a little bit and you're going to start contouring. You're going to contour. Now, here's what I want you to know. If you were to place your, take your brush and make a placement from your eye to the corner of your eyebrow, right like this. See, and touch that. For a droopy eye or a hooded eye, you never want to go below that line. You never want to go below this line. Never. So if you can make an imaginary line like that and you bring it up and you make a wedge and you blend that in, or here's a thought. Get a piece of paper, or even, how about this? Piece of tape. Whoops, I just threw away the piece of tape. Okay, you could actually put a piece of tape on the corner of your eye. It's hard for me to do because it's backwards for me. Okay, corner of your eye to the corner of your brow. May not be exact, but there's a good placement for you. How about that? So you could take a piece of paper or you could take your tape like that. Now you've got your darker color. You've got your blender brush, your smudger brush. You've got your darker color, and you can run it up here, join where you had your color and go in. So you've got this area, and you're always going to keep it at an angle, so you're never going to go low. This works for the droopy eye and the hooded eye. If you've got a droopy eye, you never want to go past the last two lashes. Nothing goes past the last two lashes. If you can look for your two eyelashes and never go past them. So take your piece of tape. This is a good idea because, trying to hold a piece of paper like this is always more challenging. Just put a piece of tape. You've got your first color with your crease brush, and you made that contour color when you're looking straight. Okay, so you can see it when your eyes are open. You've got your little lighter color from the center to from the corner of the nose to the center of the eye. Now you're going to take your blender brush, your smudger brush, you're going to take your darker color, and you're going to make just a little wedge. You're going to follow the piece of tape. Even if you come below the tape, it doesn't matter, because when you take the tape off, there won't be color there. Take my tape off because it's annoying me right now. Got to get it off. There we go. All right. So now I've got, oh look, I do have some color on it. I do have some color on the tape. Okay. Maybe you can't see it. But that's how you do it. Now you're going to blend, make sure everything is blended together. Always working up, always working up. Now with a hooded eye, you want to do as much as you can of darker here, and even hood. If I wanted to, I could even darken this a little bit more, make it more, so that I'm taking away. This is where you want to get rid of, because remember the dark sends it back and light brings it forward. So if I want to get rid of this little bit of overhang here, I want to send it back. So I want to make this darker, and then I want to make this a little bit lighter to bring it forward. But I don't want the light to come all the way out to this edge. Remember that light is staying here to about halfway. And then you're going to take your darker color and do more blending here on contouring. I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you two different ways of doing it. And I'm going to show you how we could do it for a, let's see, more of a single eyelid, like an Asian eye. So let me first show you this one. This one would be the hooded eye. So this is where your eye is more hooded here. I want to show these two eyelashes. I'm going to also show you the droopy eye. So you want to, remember, you want to contour this away. So you're going to put your neutral color you're going to put your neutral color here. So it's pushing it back. If your mid-tone color, with the mid-tone, remember, is just about your skin color. The mid-tone color goes here. As you can see, it's here. And it pushes that area back. Then you want to put a little highlighter on this area here. Okay, this area. You really want to highlight here. You also want to highlight underneath the brow bone, just a little bit. Not too much, because you want your dark color to come up high. You want your dark color to come pretty high up, as you can see. And then you're going to take your contour color. Remember I said from about halfway, and you're going to make sure it is up in this. See how I'm talking about that area, that V here? And this is what it would look like here. This is what it would look like. You've got your angle here. You've got it up high, and you've got it covering this contour area here. Whoops, there. And you've got your lighter in here. Maybe not, this can be your mid-tone, or I still would put a little shimmer here. There's another way to do it. This is another way to do it. This is for the hooded eye. Here's another application tip. And this is if you're using two colors. So you're going to use the lighter color. Where are we? I have to get my pen out, my brush over here. Then we're going to use the lighter color here. Let me get rid of this. The lighter color here. And remember, you want to see this color when you're looking at yourself. And there's your little angle again. And then if you've got more of an Asian eye, or what they call the single eyelid, this is how you would do it. And this again is just a simple two color look. So you've got your lighter color and your contour color here. Again, if you're using 3 colors, the mid-tone is the shaping color, and then the contour color really does enforce it. You can actually put your contour color all over your shaping color, almost over your shaping color. You don't necessarily want to get your contour color here. Your shaping color comes all over here. Your mid-tone, your shaping color comes here, comes all over here, but you don't necessarily want to put your contour color there. Remember, you want to get your contour color mostly like so, like this one, these two, okay? If you sent me your picture, I will send you this so that you can have it on your, for yourself, and you can follow it on. Hi, Kim Halsey, thank you. I know if you're a little late and everybody else who's not watching or is watching and you want to go back to the beginning, it's going to be streamed onto my YouTube channel and onto my Facebook, so you can start again. All right, if you have a droopy eye, and frequently the hooded eye can also be a droopy eye. However, you can have a droopy eye without having a hooded eye. But the droopy eye, it sounds terrible, but it's actually not. I mean, we have some amazing young women with droopy eyes. And that's, as I say, if your eye turns down. It's the opposite of that beautiful cat eye, but it actually, when the eye turns down here, the edge, and you don't want to accent that. I see so many women who are taking their eyeshadow and they're following the eye crease and they're coming down here, and instead of accenting the lift, they're accenting the droop. You know, you're bringing it down. So this is really the time, if you've got a droopy eye, I want you to find your last 2 eyelashes. Find 2 eyelashes here. Find them, look at them in the mirror, find them, and that's where everything stops for the droopy eye. In fact, for almost all eyes. And again, this is where you can use your tape. This is where you can make sure you've got your, I'm so backwards with this camera. Let me try what I can do. Okay, so you're going to put your piece of Scotch tape from the corner of the eye to the corner of the brow. I'm a little low here, but I'm backwards. It's like working backwards in a mirror. Okay. All right, so there you go. So find your last 2 eyelashes and never go below. Never, ever, ever go below those 2 eyelashes. So you're always going to keep it up. So if you can see how I've got it up and in, up and in. So even if I do have a droopy eye, but hopefully looking at me, you would notice my droopy eye. So you always, whenever you have a droopy eye, take whatever those last 2 eyelashes, separate them. They're divorced from their family and friends. Separate those last 2 eyelashes and don't do anything with them until you get to mascara. You're going to do everything without those 2 eyelashes, including eyeliner. It's when you get to mascara. That's when those last 2 eyelashes get all the benefit that they missed. Those last 2 eyelashes are going to get party time when it comes to mascara. Okay, so they will get all the treats that they want at that point. But right now, you don't even touch them. So droopy eye, you miss the last 2 eyelashes. Let me see if I can give you a picture. Okay, so here's a picture of a droopy eye. And as you can see, the eye can be somewhat hooded. This is the droopy shape. And it also can look a little bit hooded right here. This is probably more what mine is. So you're going to avoid these last 2 eyelashes, and here is your picture. So you're going to put your lighter color on the lid, your highlight on the lid. Again, you still want to get your matte color, your mid-tone color found first. So you always want to start looking straight, find your mid-tone color, place it where you want to place it. You don't have to blend it in yet. Now you can close your eye and you can get your light color on here. And then you want to blend so they look good. And then you're going to get your contour color. Now, this is how you see how the last 2 eyelashes, we don't do anything there. You're going to get your contour color here, and you're going to go up and even more around here. So this eye shape does really well for hooded and droopy. But see how we've missed the last 2 eyelashes here? See how those poor little eyelashes are hanging out there? But they got all the party when it came to mascara. So you don't feel so sorry for them. But this is how you work your droopy eye. And if you've got a somewhat droopy eye, and you can have a couple of eye shapes, you can have a hooded and a droopy all at the same time. So just know that this is the way. If you would take a straight on picture of your face and send it to me, I can tell you what eye shape you have. But once you understand the eye shapes, you'll probably be able to look at yourself in the mirror and know exactly what you have. So those two really go well together. The hooded and the droopy also work well together. I'm going to see if I can cover. Those are the basics. When we get to eyeliner, I'm going to show you how to do the eyeliner, but always remember hooded/droopy, hooded and droopy, droopy by itself. Always leave those two lashes out till it comes to mascara. Always find your base first with your crease brush and get your mid-tone, which is the tone that is slightly darker than your skin, and then your contour tone or your accent tone with your smudger brush is really going to create the depth and the shadow here. So those are some ways to go. I do have, I'm not going to cover, I'm going to leave wide set and close set to be covered together because they kind of work with each other. And I'm going to cover prominent and deep set together. So I think that's what we'll do next week. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, I can't see all your questions. Actually, I can see a little bit on this, but this, I'm trying to keep your Friday nights to a really short and sweet. And please remember that the best way to look at yourself is to straight on in a mirror. And please go ahead and send me a picture if you want me to tell you what your eye shape is. And go ahead and download the Mirror Me app because you can find some fun colors, fun things to play with on that. It's free. It's easy. You don't have to do anything except look at your camera, and it puts eyeshadow and lashes and lipstick all over your face. Not all over your face, but in the right place, hopefully. So download that. If you missed the first part of this, go ahead and watch from the beginning, and we'll pick it up again next week. We'll do two more No. Next week, Friday, I won't be available. So next week, Friday, I won't be available. But next week, Tuesday, there's going to be a very, 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 very special event with one of the makeup artists from whom I've learned so much. And I'm going to email you for that because it's by invitation only. And if you've already accepted, I'm going to send you the invitation. So get the Mirror Me app. Watch this from the beginning. If you missed any earlier, thank you, Kim, for coming on and saying that. And I will see you on Tuesday and Wednesday, but not Friday. Have an awesome weekend, girls. See you soon. Bye.